We are situated about 8 miles west of New York City at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. A few moments ago, the crowd here was on their feet as their beloved Jets made their way out of the tunnel. They're ready to go. We're ready to go, and it should be a good one as those New York Jets get set to face off with the Oakland Raiders. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is taken at the 3. And look at this. Right away, a loose football. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And he takes it to the house. It's a fumble recovery for a Jet touchdown. So problems here on special teams, and it results in the scoop and the score.
They talk all the time on special teams about keeping your head on a swivel, trying to see the whole field. Hard to do when things are going that fast, bodies all over the place. You're just trying to find the right guy to align yourself with. On that play, wow.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This is taken at the 3. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
They run it with a rookie from Alabama, Josh Jacobs. The football comes out. Jacobs lost it. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
As you and I both know, one reason teams script plays to start a game is so they can practice them ahead of time. I will guarantee you that fumble was not in the script.
You don't think they had fumble written next to play 1 there?
No, that was never in the script because they want to have good memories when they go into a ball game, not something that could have gone wrong.
They'll run here with a former Steeler. This is Le'Veon Bell. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
On second down, it's Bell. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
I think Le'Veon Bell is now recognized mainly for his hesitation move, but he makes so many people miss. I think that's what makes him an elite runner in this league.
He's been doing that since high school when he was a Groveport Cruiser in Ohio and on to Michigan State and now into the National Football League. Now after the run by Bell, here's another first and 10.
He's coming. We got double up.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Fighting his way in for a Jets touchdown. Le'Veon Bell with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Jets will extend their lead. Extra point up and good by Catanzaro. And that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Taylor incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10.
Get the ball.
Taylor now throwing again. That's complete to Richard, the running back. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read. Better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
The last completion actually lost a yard, so now they'll need to convert on 3rd down. Out of the gun, it's Taylor. He's going deep for Brown. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. This is fielded at the 7. That one in the books as a 64-yard punt. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10.
At their own 17-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
It's on the 50. Hey, you block over here.
Pick the edge.
Come. Get Mike.
Watch the twits.
Play action. Now it's Rodgers. He's going to air one out for Anderson. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Robbie Anderson. 85 yards. And the Jets will extend their lead. Boy, these guys are off to the races, Charles. 20-0 already, extra point pending.
Yeah, you always hear that term. They just boat race someone. Heck, it's car race, motorcycle race, plane race, whatever you want. Right now, they are sprinting past them.
Now after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play ask for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Let's go. Got it in. 54 Mike. Ready? Go. Motion. Mike 5.
To throw again on second down. Taylor. But the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Brandon Copeland just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
Third and 14.
Third and long. Taylor and company hoping to regroup after the sack.
Watch the slant.
From the gun, it's Taylor. Buying time to his left. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or two short. Able to pick up a dozen yards, but they needed more. Fourth down. Here's Brian Anger now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Brings up second and 1 at the 16-yard line.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with second and a yard.
We are going. Watch the shift.
36. Showing it.
Easy. Go to 50. Over.
He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
Doesn't look to be any confusion here as they come up now on a 2nd and 6 following the delay of game.
Mike 8. How you get on the head?
Box it. Hey, flex. Yeah, Liz. Get up.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. And he's going to be ripped down by the face mask at the end of this, and that's going to add 15 more onto the end of this thing. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. After the penalty, it's Bell. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13. Bell, of course, three-time 1,000-yard rusher. Sat out 2018, but you look back to 2017, a tick under 1,300 yards and almost 700 more receiving. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Watch the slack. You go tight. You got tight. You got
Bell. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
alert flag. Alert.
Right now. You got 58.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
Well, you've got a receiver here who's got one touchdown already in this first quarter, and they were trying to double his pleasure there, wanting to continue to go to the guys already gotten into the end zone. But good coverage to make sure that this time it fell incomplete.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down.
It's our time. 25.
26. Get 300. Get 300. Okay, over here.
Say.
319.
Tight dog. Joker.
319.
Rodgers going to throw. Out left to Anderson. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. 2 touchdown passes now here in this first quarter for Aaron Rodgers. And the Jets will extend their lead. Now, first quarter, and this lead is already getting into dangerous territory. They better be careful on the other sideline.
Yeah, it feels a little bit more like a basketball game where one team is pressing and that team can't get the ball over half court. I mean, it is stealing it and scoring it, layups, the whole deal. That's what it feels like right now. They are all over them.
And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
53's the mic. 53. Check 53. Yo, ain't giving up nothing today.
An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. The Raiders with the football here to begin quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 2nd and 3 forthcoming.
Motion.
On second down now, it's Jacobs. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. A gain there of 30 big ones.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
I'm here all day. Switch it.
On 2nd down, Jacobs. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
The Jets will bring in a nickel set as they try to stop this 3rd down. Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Jordan Jenkins in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a 1st down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Hey, now, Liz. Check 30. Over.
Working from the gun. Rodgers going deep now for Herndon. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 46 yards.
1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Red zone here for 1st and 10.
Hey, 88.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
That was very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
Line left.
Whip, 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 whip. Watch the whip. Slam.
And some room to work. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. From 21 yards away, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Catanzaro now for the extra point. And that is the definition of yards after catch. They go short on the pass, and the receiver does the rest.
Seems so harmless, doesn't it? To throw it underneath, a short pass like that. But boy, it gets dangerous in the hands of the right receiver as he makes a move and takes it the distance.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Big stop, D. Big stop. Let's go. 57's the mic. Watch 57. Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Sponge. 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 No. Any weapon. Check.
Running the toss here to Jacobs. Trying to turn the corner, but they string him out and stop him at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. The Jets will bring in a nickel set here as they try to stop this 3rd down. Now whistles here, and I believe one of the Raider linemen might have been moving. Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming on that play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now, 3rd and long.
53's Mike. Check. 53's Mike. I'm not ready. Let's go. Let's go. Number 53. Mike 53.
He don't know no better.
53's the mic. 53's the mic.
He can't hang. He's not going to get me.
53's the mic. 53. Check 53. Let's go. Go.
To throw is Taylor. Steps away to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Antonio Brown, 76 yards. And the Raiders get a score closer. Even though he was forced from the pocket, still able to adjust, make the long throw, and it ends with a really big touchdown.
Yeah, moving to his left. The key to everything when they're moving outside of the pocket, doesn't matter which side, making sure those shoulders get around and you get back square so you can get everything on the throw and create the big play we just saw there downfield.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10.
Let's go, boys.
At their own 19-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, It's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now. Rodgers now over 200 yards already in this first half. It's 1st and 10. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And the Raiders have got him.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away, because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Now Rodgers. That's complete. It's Bell. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball, because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40, and they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Jacobs. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. On 2nd down, it's Jacobs. And he's taken down inside the 30. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
He's tackled at the 29-yard line. It's a gain of 10. 1st down, Raiders.
Right there.
Now Taylor on 1st down. Flush to his right. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. Taylor incomplete on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Check 26. Check 26. Go.
Now Taylor to throw again. And this will be incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
The Raiders on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10.
Let's go. Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Hey, let's get some penetration. Hold on. Let's get some penetration. 22, Jet, Palmer. 22, Jet, Palmer. Coming after you.
From the shotgun, it's Taylor. And an alley to run. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or 2 short. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. And this one is right through. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
Motion to backfield. Motion to the backfield. Check. Check 30 seconds.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter.
Hey. Bus formation. Come on, boys, come on. Hey, watch 12. Tight right. Jim. Get Mike. You. Hatchet.
Rodgers looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Being chased out left. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
Thrown away and incomplete. It's now 4th down.
On 4th down, here's Lachlan Edwards to punt it. Back deep, Antonio Brown. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly... You want the third quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And the Jets set to receive this third quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the second half. And that'll carry... over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They had a big first half. Now they have a chance to add to that lead here in the opening possession of the second half.
And everyone always asks about halftime adjustments, kind of the key phrase. What did you do at halftime? Well, the way they ran offense in the first half, I think they were very calm, congratulatory, but also what they were saying is don't expect them to be the same on defense. They'll be the ones making the adjustments. Let's see what they do, and we'll attack accordingly.
And we'll see how they attack here. Now the throw pulled in by Anderson. Too far downfield, something those linemen have to watch out for, and that time it costs them.
Green 18. Hey, take 26. Hey, you don't want to see me. Green 18.
Rodgers to throw on second down. And he fires one incomplete. Quincy Anoon with the intended receiver. And it's third down.
I think it's pretty safe to say that when you're up 3 touchdowns, the last thing you want to do is hang one up there and put it in jeopardy and possibly get it intercepted. You got a nice lead. You should be able to protect it. But if you get careless with the football, look out.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Tight right. Jump out.
Now Rodgers from the gun, he'll throw. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. So they decline it as that will bring up fourth.
And I know that yardage and field position are keys to any game played, but you got to consider downs when you're talking about penalties, and they wisely did not take that one and made it fourth down.
Now Edwards to kick as he sends it away. It'll be a 47-yard punt with a net of 40 following a 7-yard return. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big...
It's caught at the 10. A big play that time for the Raiders. 55 yards. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. Here's Jacobs. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
At the 10-yard line.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got to jump here. So step off the 5 yards.
Yeah, partner, you know, defensive end, he wants to get into the offensive backfield. He wants that get off to be as fast as possible. A little too quick on that one.
Following the penalty, here's another 2nd and goal from the 5 now.
Watch the screen. Switch gears. Motion.
One more time with Jacobs. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders make some inroads here on that deficit. Now Taylor going to lead his guys up to go for 2. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2. They don't get it. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
so
well.
Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Blue 58!
All day.
Hey, black!
Under.
Live.
Check the hot read.
Check nine. Read it, get up!
A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction, and when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
Watch tight end. Four there. Alert.
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball. And I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
On the ready. Mike's by four. Here we go. Mike's 54. Mike's 54. Come on, boy. You better be ready. Don't be scared.
After the interception, here's Taylor. Man open left side, it's Williams. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. Like Antonio Brown, Tyrell Williams came to the Raiders in March. Came up the coast from L.A., where he caught 41 balls last year with the Chargers. His best year was 2016 when the Chargers were still in San Diego. Over 1,000 yards, 7 touchdowns, and the Raiders really have high hopes for this 27-year-old receiver. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Taylor. Forced out to his left. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Henry Anderson able to record his 5th sack of the season. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Here's Taylor. And the pressure gets to him again. Quentin Williams in there to drop him, and sacks on 1st and 2nd downs. Now leads to a 3rd and long. Third and long. Taylor and company hoping to regroup after the sack.
54's Mike. Check. Watch 54. Strip the ball. Right there.
Now Taylor to throw. Dancing to his left. Finding room inside the 40. Taylor hit. He lost the football. And it's scooped up by the Jets. 30. The 20. And he takes it to the house. It's a fumble recovery for a Jet touchdown. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that, and that's what they've done all game long.
Extra point good by Catanzaro, and that pushes the lead up. Now a hit and a loose football. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. And that one is his second fumble loss. Not a good look out of your return man.
And not only does he hurt the momentum for his team or even change momentum of the game, but now they've got a decision to make on his own sideline. Does he continue to do that? Do you keep him in that role, or do you bring someone else in at this time?
Hey, Orbit.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Buying time. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Danny Trevathan able to record his 5th sack of the season. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Rodgers now to throw. Throw complete to Herndon. And he'll go down at the 28. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
On play action. Now Rodgers eluding the pressure right. That's going to be caught. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Robbie Anderson. His 3rd touchdown of the game, number 11 on the year. As his guys continue to pour it on. Extra point up and good by Catanzaro. And the lead will swell by 1 more. Now after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Back now here on EA Sports. It's Raider football here, but they're on the short side of the scoreboard right now as we begin the 4th. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down.
65. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. 54. Watch 54. Here we go. Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's go.
Now Taylor. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that's caught inside the 30. That all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. J.J. Nelson, 84 yards. And the Raiders get a score closer. Point after, right down the middle. And that will get them one closer. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 28-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Local over here.
Check 31. Check 31.
Inside.
Again, it's Bell. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. The Raiders call on a nickel set here for 3rd down. Now a draw play. This is Bell. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a play fake. Rodgers. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
Here we go.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down.
Here we go. Here we go. Check 3. Check 3. Check 3.
Now they'll throw with Rodgers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So they get the takeaway, but that's just step 1. They still have a lot of work to do.
But they don't want to focus on that now. Now it's about getting the ball in the end zone and hoping they can take it away again.
Yeah, still 3-score game, though, 4th quarter. The Raider offense set to get this drive started, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Flushed out, and he's going to be taken down, sacked back at the 2. C.J. Mosley, the linebacker, making sure his presence is felt.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Now a toss to the left for Jacobs. And they'll hit him for a loss as he's back to his 2 line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. Now Taylor back into his end zone. And Taylor cannot escape. He goes down to the end zone. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does him in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, "Start the bus," because they think this one is over.
And another mistake here defensively as a flag is down on the tackle, and that's going to tack on 15 more. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. The outcome of this one, well, we know who's going to win it. It's just all window dressing at this point. Got me thinking, what's the biggest blowout that you've been a part of as a player, broadcaster?
No, I'm not going to go to the player part because when I think blowout...
Because you won every game as a player.
No. I think about being blown out. And no one wants to go back to those memories. But, when I was calling college football, I saw a game that... team put 70. I actually saw it happen twice. A team put 70 on their opponent. And in the NFL, in the 2017 season, I saw one of those changing of the guard games where a team that hadn't been very good before now was dominating and kicking around a team who had been ruling their division.
And that's when you earn your paycheck, right? As the analyst, you got to fill that time.
You've got to know what's going on out there and how it all happened.
Well, obviously, that begs the question, what game was it?
That was Seattle hosting Los Angeles, the Rams.
Yeah.
Their second meeting of the season, and the Rams turned it around from the first one and blew out the Seahawks.
Mike 8. Come on, baby. Come on, let's go. Mike 8. 50.
Let's go, D.
Mike 8. Mike 8. Mike 8.
Watch twist. Watch twist. Check nickel. Teammate. He's coming. Double up.
To throw is Rodgers. To throw on third down. And it's caught by Herndon. A very well-executed play. It goes for 29 yards. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
Rodgers now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Throwing now is Rodgers. He lets this one fly toward the back and give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. And, my friend, I think it's safe to say that this game is pretty much deceased at this point. It's taken a knee, so to speak.
It is definitely this victory formation. Take the snap, take the knee, call it a night, call it a game, call it whatever. I agree with you totally. I don't think there's much left to get except for those who want to run up the score.
I knew this was over about a minute ago when you took your stat sheet and just flipped it over your shoulder in the trash can.
Yeah, that's similar to the guys cutting tape off right before the game's over. We know this thing's done.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Once again, it's Jacobs. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Now we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. On 1st down, Jacobs. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. On the ground, Richard. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 15 yards on the play, 1st down. This is Richard. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Drop deep, drop deep.
Now they'll throw with Taylor. Trying to set up the screen, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 46. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 48-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game, and that's always puzzled me a little bit.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter @EA Madden NFL. It's a win for the Jets as